Welcome back, everybody. We're going to now do part 4, version 2, fall 2020, question 5. As discussed in our previous video, this is also a Pinacol rearrangement. The giveaway is vicinal diol with sulfuric acid and heat. I copied the molecule because some of the products are going to come from the loss of this OH and some of the products from this one. We'll do the right side OH here and the left side OH here and see where that leads us. We'll react with sulfuric acid. And grabbing an H with the lone pair. And same story here. Generating this intermediate oxonium here. I think I moved my methyls. Somebody was going to say something. Shame on me. I didn't copy the molecule properly. There. And we have an oxonium up top. Cyclohexane here. OH there. Bit of a mess there, no problem. Bit of a mess here, no problem. Water leaves. Same story down here, generate an oxonium. Oxonium here this time. Oh, you know what I did? Yeah. What's my quickest workaround here? That's the product I get. Look at you. Hello. Why? Thank you. Sorry. Are all of your teachers talking to their computers during COVID? I don't know. This one we didn't use this OH up here. Use this OH. There we go. And this one leaves. Generating carbocations. Carbocation here. Secondary. Carbocation here. Tertiary. But tertiary cations in cyclobutane, nothing exciting there. It's very strange. And it's sp2, so the angle should be 120 and you force it to be 90. It's not a happy cation, is all I'm trying to say. This time I think the two products can be picked before you do the mechanism. Those two. Do I see cyclobutane in either one of those? No, we got rid of a lot of strain. In fact, let's do that. Both have, and you got to show me, you know, the two problems with cyclobutane and cyclopropane are angle strain and torsional strain. There you go. So where are we at? We got our cations. It's time for rearrangement, isn't it? Which product is going to give us this thing? You should always look for the ones that don't have the rings getting different, they're easier to spot. And clearly there's an H here, and there's not an H on the same carbon here. That tells you, here's your H, move it to the adjacent carbon. Notice that arrow goes all the way to the, it's not an arrow anymore, it's a hook. All the way to the carbon. And now you've got a super carbocation. Because it can resonate with O. And you're going to use OSO3H anion to protonate and resonate to make product 3, product 1, product 2, product 3. Nice. Now the two things that can rearrange here are this bond and this bond. They will give different carbocations and the ring will get bigger. So I'm liking both of those, and I'm going to pretend I'm a student. I don't have the ability to copy paste on my test. So just like these two were equal to each other, because you can't have one molecule of sulfuric acid protonate this O and the same molecule of sulfuric acid protonate the other O. I've had students do that on tests. They lose a point. You can't have a molecule do two different things at the same time. So you can't show both rearrangements at the same time. You got to say some of the cations rearrange like this and some rearrange a different way. On this one, I'll break the bond below. And this one, I'll break the one to the left. This one's generating a cation, another cation. These will be really nice cations. Let's try to follow our philosophy of drawing everything except the bond you broke. Dimethyl. Everything there is still there. The cyclohexane is still there. The OH is still here. The bond moved from this carbon to this carbon, and that has a cation here. I know it looks a little messy, but the black bond is from that carbon to that carbon. The OH is in behind it. Which product does that look like? Thinking product 2. It's a bicyclo. A bicyclo 2, 3, 1. A bicyclo 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3. And then the 1 here in the middle. So let's go to product 2, shall we? Gotta have a base. Sulfate. It's really hydrogen sulfate, you know that. Grab H. Sigma becomes pi. End of story. There's product 2. Product 1 is probably going to come from this one. You're going to have a ring size 4 become 5 here, and 6 becomes 5. Nice. Copy everything except the bond you broke. And then the 6. The bond you broke ends up here. The OH was here. Oops, didn't change color. Cation's here. It's a great cation. To resonate with the O. How do you make product number 1? Just treat this with the base. 1, HO3SO lone pair minus, and that makes product 1. There's pi. So we have that, and let's look at the big picture. Any questions about that reaction? It's a big one, 18 points. Yeah, take some practice. This is one of the later reactions. Some of you might not have got to it yet in chapter 10, but you're going to get to it because you know it's worth. I think it's the biggest question on, the second biggest on the test. The biggest being the one with initiation, propagation, and the delta H calculations. So what do we want to do next?
So I actually have a question about the test. Is it only on chapters 8 through 10?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I know the final is optional now, right?
So some students, possibly like yourself, who have their maybe 2 of the tests that they need in that range to get an A or a B or a C, depending on what range you're shooting for. If you already have those, then you don't want to take the final. Very
Right.
few, you don't want to take the final.
Yeah, I think I'm good, but
yeah, I don't want to give away any information about you, but I think you're good too. So that's all.
Are you still dropping the lowest of the 4 exams though?
Yes, I will be dropping your worst exam.
Okay.
So just make sure your OWL scores are nice, because that's 10 out of 10 for OWL. 5 out of 5 for your journals. You just get them in on time. That's it. So those are average razors. So even if you got your 2 tests where you want them and the one below where you want, those other factors will probably compensate, so your average takes care of itself in the end. Yeah. That's usually the case.
I'm very happy about that. I'll say that.
Yeah. We got to extract something positive out of the bad that's going on.
Definitely. I think it's very helpful. I looked at the old exams and I think our exams are easier than what they usually are historically. So
I'm glad somebody finally put that on record. I've had to, because you don't have all that extra time. You're stressed out getting stuff from screens, and you got a lot of extra stuff to do that you shouldn't have to do during tests, but it's the nature of where we're at. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, I accidentally forgot one of my papers in the first test too. One of the pages.
Yeah, and a general announcement for everybody, mistakes happen for everybody. As soon as you notice something like that, if you can take care of it and send it by email immediately, then I have the record with the timestamp on it that, hey, you missed a page when you were scanning. And I do that too. I have some students who send me like 3 copies of the same page by mistake too. No problem with that. We work around that.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I am good. I don't have anything else, and I think and dropped. So
okay,
I'm good.
All right. So anybody else have any questions they want to deal with? I'll just stop the share because I can't see everybody's. Who's. Oh, you're it. Okay. Yeah. So nobody else has anything that they want to do. All right. So I will be posting these very soon, and keep studying. We're near the end. I know there's a lot, but at least you're near the end. Okay. All right. Adios.